Today I will be taking the webinar on plastic design with a Creo. So let me start the webinar. Here there are few contents which I will be just discussing with you and I will be presenting to you. So the main contents are like introduction to the plastic. In introduction plastic, you'll come to know how the plastic came into the existence and how the plastic has replaced few of the metal components. And this plastic is used into various industries like automobile, electrical, and medical, etc. fields. So next is like types of plastic. So in this content, you will come to know that like what are the properties of the plastic and the area and the uses of the plastic. You will be coming to know. And the third content is like manufacturing process of the plastic. Since when you get a physical part, it can be manufactured in various process, but you should be able to identify from which process the physical part is being manufactured. Example, if I give the water bottle is made out of like a blow mold and the upper cap is like made out of like an injection mold. So you should know that which manufacturing process the component is made. So in this content, we will be learning which are the manufacturing process in the plastic. And the next content is like a Creo module. Since our webinar is on the plastic design with the Creo, so we should know that the various models that we are going to use in a Creo for the designing of these plastic parts. And the next content is like an introduction to the mold. With respect to mold, like 85% of industries are using like a plastic injection mold. So you should know that what is the mold, what is the mold base, and a few terminology. So I will be explaining in the webinar. So the next content is like plastic design guidelines. So for any part you design, you need to follow certain sets of guidelines to get a physical plastic part without any defects. In order to get the plastic parts, you need to follow certain guidelines. So I'll be discussing those guidelines in this content. And the last content is like a plastic part design essential factors. So when you are designing any part, so in industry they may ask is what is the parting line, what is the gate, what is the runner, where the gate mark comes, where the parting line comes. So few terminologies, what will be the shrinkage. So few terminologies related to the plastic I will be just explaining in these essential factors. So let's go to the slide. So after the completion of the webinar, so you will be able to identify like different types of plastics used in industries, importance of guidelines used in plastic design, and the basic various manufacturing process used for the plastic parts, and the basic of molds and few terminology used in the mold, and few modules in Creo, how the plastic part design will be discussing, and the importance of plastic design with Creo. So to the introduction of the plastic. So the first synthetic plastic was developed in the New York in 1907. Due to the development of new plastic, which are superior in performance and cost effectiveness, it has replaced many conversations such as metals. As you know that earlier we used to have like a metal spoons, metal water bottle, like metal chairs and tables we used to have. But nowadays you can see that all are being replaced by the plastic material like a fiber chair, fiber tables, water spoons. So the thing is the plastic has been replaced in many areas. Nowadays, plastic is used in the almost all sectors of industries such as automobile, aerospace, agriculture, building and constructions, electrical and electronical industries, packaging, telecom, IT, medical and biomedical. Almost in all industries, we are using the plastic right now. The important points below are to be considered by the design. So when you are designing any plastic part, these three things are the very most important thing. So this is the core thing we should know, every designer should know. So in order to design the plastic part, the first one is like a material. So the first thing is the material. So it is very important to know from which material the part need to be manufactured, right? So since it should be fulfill our requirement. Example, if you are planning to design a gear, so it should be able to withstand the mechanical stresses. So we should be able to identify which material we need to use. So consider now our requirement is like we need to design a gear, right? The second function is that it should be able to withstand the mechanical strength. We should be able to select the which material we need to select. So we will go with a nylon. So if you come to like electric industry, our requirement is like that. It should be a material should be an insulation material, and it should have the high heat resistance. At that condition, we go with a polypropylene material. So with respect to our requirement, we should always select the plastic material. And it is one of the most important factor. And if you come to the second process, is the manufacturing process. As I said earlier, if you get any physical part, various manufacturing processes are used in plastic, like injection molding, compression molding, blow molding, etc. But you should be able to identify from which process the plastic design part has been manufactured. Okay, so we'll be discussing the manufacturing process. So which process, which type of component can be produced, we will be discussing on it. So the next thing is like component as per function or requirement. To get the plastic part to serve our purpose, it should be like a defect free. Hence, we need to follow the certain guidelines. So those certain guidelines have been explained in this PPT. We shall discuss on it. So coming to know definition, what is plastic? A plastic refers to the group of substance which can be easily change its shapes or form. These are made of polymers, means a large molecules as the main ingredient. Okay, so we know that what is plastic. Now, what is the plastic means a substance we can easily change its shape or form. Okay, there are two types of plastic available in the industry. That one is like thermoplastic and other is the thermoset plastic. So what do you mean by thermoplastic? As name indicate that the main property of the thermoplastic is that the plastic can be heated and molded again and again. Okay, and during the heated condition, it doesn't go any chemical changes in their composition. Okay, so the examples are like polypropylene, polyvinyl chloride, and polyethylene. And the second set of plastic is like thermoset plastic. So in this plastic when heated, they melt and take shape only once. After they get solidified and remain solid forever. This material during heated condition will undergo the chemical changes. Example, epoxy resins, silicone resins, and duroplast. So we have few advantages of the plastic. The few advantages are like reduced part weight, like lightweight it will be there with comparing to the metals. So it has a long durability and longevity, excellent thermal and electrical insulation properties, resistance to chemical and water, so heat and corrosive resistance. So comparing to material doesn't get any rust, so it is like corrosive resistance. So provides required aesthetics, reduce waste during manufacturing, extremely cost effective, can be soft or hard, transparent or opaque, and be in any shape and size. Ability to consolidate multiple metal parts in a single part, and the last main advantage is like it can be recyclable. So here I'm going to just show going to explain few of the plastics in industries. So the major plastic parts are in industries are like polypropylene. This is the one of the lightest of all plastic, smooth and rigid. This polypropylene can be used for the varieties of automotive parts such as bumpers, instrumental panels, door trim panels, air conditioner parts, battery shells, cooling fans, steering wheels, and chemical tanks, and so on. In industry, generally, we don't speak like a full name of this plastic like polypropylene. We just say like in a short form like a PP. So coming to the next material, it is like polyethylene, and the short form is PE. In this polypropylene, this material has a very high resistance to the chemical and also the low moisture observations. Hence, it is used in the plumber and the sanitary works. So in this polyethylene, we can obtain like two types of polyethylene. We can obtain like low density polyethylene and high density polyethylene. So in low density polyethylene, the density of the material will be like 0.1 gram per centimeter cube, and it can be able to withstand the temperature till 80 degrees Celsius. And in high density polyethylene, the density of the material will be like 0.97 gram per centimeter cube, and it can withstand more than 100 degrees Celsius. 100 degrees Celsius. Since these are used into the plumber and sanitary works, so the main components are made from these plastics are like fuel tanks, vent pipes, deflector, and various storage tanks, bottles, buckets, and large storage tanks, etc. The third material is a polyamide, we call as a PA or nylon 6. Polyamide, commonly known as nylon, has a high impact strength, friction and wear resistance, heat resistance, chemical resistance, lubricity, and durability. As a structural part of automotive, the amount of polyamide is increasing and can be used in harsh environments such as engine, gear, bushes, cam, bearings, and weatherproof coating. This is a nylon is the one of the best material for the mechanical purpose. It can withstand the large amount of the structural load also. So and it can take the large amount of heat also. So in industries like various amount of nylon materials are available, like nylon glass filled 10%, 15%, 20%. This glass, as soon the percentage of glass filled increases, it will be able to withstand the very high temperature. And when the value of this glass field increases, the brittleness of this component also get increases. So next material is like ABS. It is a commonly used for the impact resistance, durable and heat resistance components such as dashboard, wheel covers, and automotive body parts. Next material is a polyvinyl chloride. We call it as a PVC. This PVC has a very low thermal resistance at high temperature and low flammability, very good flexibility. Used in the automobile instrument panels, coating of the electrical cable in vehicles, plumbing pipes, and sanitary fittings. Plastic coating to the sheet to steel sheet tanks. So we just came to know that which kind of the materials we are used in the industries and its uses we just came to know. So the next thing is like manufacturing process, from how the physical part, what you get of the plastic, it is manufactured in the various process in the list, what I have listed in this, in any process it may have been manufactured. So let me know which are the manufacturing process. So here the major manufacturing process exists in the plastics are like injection molding, compression molding, blow molding, extrusion molding, rotational molding, and hot runner mold. We'll come to know what are one, we shall check one by one and let us know what are those functions. So the first thing is like a injection molding. So in this one, the manufacturing process for producing part by injecting the molten material of the plastic into the mold. So here you can see the diagram. So here it's a simplified diagram. It is there. It is showing the how the plastic manufacturing is working. Here the right side, what you see, it's like a the upper portion is known as a cavity and it's a core, and the middle portion is known as a part. Actually, in industry, there will be a big mold over here for the representation purpose. It is like core and cavity we have shown. And here there is a barrel which the plastic material is being poured, raw material is being poured. And due to the here the heating instruments will be there, so which heats the plastic material and which causes the melt the plastic material. And since as name itself, it indicates like a injection molding, it works like an injection principle. Here there is a screw, so here the molten material is going to accommodate, so the screw is going to plunge the material over here due to the pressure. Here there is a nozzle. From the pressure, the plastic molten material is going to fill into the core and cavity, and our required part is going to get. After the injection, here the nozzle will be get disconnect. The cavity portion will be just move backside, and from this side the ejection system will be there in the mold, so which will eject the component outside this mold. So the second manufacturing process is like a compression molding, a process where the plastic material is placed directly into the extreme hot metal mold, and it is and is then softened by the heat, which is turn the force of the plastic to conform to the mold shape as it closes. So here how it is, how it works, like there will be a fixed plate which is known as a core, and there will be upper plate known as a cavity. On the core, they are going to keep a raw material which will be the preheated, and this both core and cavity also will be preheated to the some temperature. So what they do is they just close the cavity by compression. They are just close the mold. So due to this compression, the material will fill the profiled area in between the core and cavity, and the excess material will be coming at this region. So the excess material is known as flash, and they later removed by the secondary operation by flash removal. The next third manufacturing process is like blow molding. Here in blow molding, this is used for forming the hollow shape bottles. These kind of things, this manufacturing process is generally used for like water bottles, cans, shampoo bottles, etc. So in this one, I will just explain the mold, how it works. This is the first off and the second off. Okay. The molding process begins with the melting down the plastic and forming into the parson. Actually, the portion what you see here, the rectangle portion, it is known as a parson. It consists of like a two inputs. The first input consists of the molten plastic material to come, and the second inlet will be of hot air to inlet hot air to come inside. So what they do in first process, they just send the plastic material inside the through this parson. Then next, what they do means, then the parson is then clamped into the mold air and the air is blown into it. So as soon the molten material is sent to the parson, from the other input, they are going to send the hot air, so which causes the plastic material to push into the mold. You can see over here. In third stage, the compressed air they have sent, which causes the plastic material to sit into the two of the. So the plastic material will be accommodated in between these two offs, and later what they do is just remove they allowed few times to get the component to get cooled, and later it is been ejected. So you can see that the two offs have been removed and later to be ejected, and any secondary operations, if any flash is there, they are just removing the flash by secondary operation. The next option, plastic manufacturing option, is like extrusion molding. In this extruding molding, the process in which the plastic is melted into the liquid, then forced to a die, forming a long tube-like shape. The shape of the tube is determined by the shape of the die. Here you can see that this is the container and this is the die. The required profile shape of the die will be here, like U section, or else I or L, or else the pipe section, whatever may be. The cross section will be in this die. So the molten plastic material will be placed over here, and with the force they are going to push the ram. On the other end, there will be just a pulling unit, so they are just going to extrude the material. So it is known as the extrusion molding.